without the stretch, it feels tight. But if you stretch it out, then you feel a little more relaxation. If you overstretch it, then you'll feel the tightness kick in. And what happens is, a lot of times I see that people are working so much on the stretch, is that they overstretch it, they punch, and this is what happens. Punch, retract. You see that, the retraction back? That means, in other words, you stab and pull back. Now, think stab, goes through. So if you overstretch it too, and that happens a lot too, you overstretch it, you're gonna, it's just too much stretch for you to naturally do it, and the body's naturally going to pull it back. So you're killing your own energy when you do the punch that way. Okay? Any more questions? We'll talk detail into the punch. Who knows how to hold the fist? Right? Cover, thumb. Once again, the two fingers are always the most important. Index and the thumb. Alright, just call it the gun hand. Or the gun fingers. Okay? Cover here. Notice how my fist is totally aligned. These are all aligned with each other. Now, it's often said in Wing Chun that the power comes from the knuckles. Is that a true statement?
No. That's how the power comes from.
Okay.
Power and transfer to knuckles. Which power?
That's a good way to ask. That's good. How about if I phrase it, the power is released through the knuckles?
Yeah. That is where you're making contact.
Are we making contact with the entire fist or the bottom three knuckles?
What's it?
I don't know, what's our group? What's our bully?
Yeah.
Bottom three? Bottom three?
What was the question?
Are we making contact upon hitting the target with the bottom three knuckles?
The whole fist makes contact with the bottom three knuckles same.
Say that again?
The whole fist makes contact with the bottom three same deepest.
Okay.
Deepest in. Probably causes the most pain.
When you have the alignment, the bottom three knuckles are the ones that make contact.
Good. So it's all right?
Whole hand.
Whole fist, just to go with the whole hand. Hailing the bottom, it's all right. All right. To some degree, everyone's right, but the way I ask the question, Justin is correct. When you punch and hit a target, the entire fist has to hit. Okay? That's why when you punch, the punch actually is what? At a I would say generalized 3/4 angle, right? Like here. Okay? You're not punching fully vertical at this point. Now when I punch, why is that? When I punch at this point here, the entire fist hits. Now, if I phrased it, where does the power release? The power releases through the bottom three knuckles. How is that possible? Because when I said in the beginning, when you do your initial punch, look how my fingers are all aligned, okay? And it's naturally relaxed. Remember I say, you never squeeze your own hand, right? In other words, I put the grape and I punch, boom! The grape is still okay. Don't make grape juice from that, okay? The grape is still okay. But in actuality, when I punch a target, I don't squeeze my hand, the force squeezes it for me. So, when my fingers are aligned, look how my fingers are aligned like this, and it's relaxed. When the point of contact happens, you can test it out for yourself. See how it's relaxed? When it hits, notice nothing will happen. The bottom three fingers here, what happens? Squeezes in and compresses from the force of touching the opponent's face or whatever. When this squeezes in, what shoots out? The bottom three knuckles. See how it actually does that itself? That's why I say hold the fist relaxed, let the opponent's force, when it hits, shoot out the bottom three knuckles, and that's why you keep the fist as is. And that's where, if I go, where does the power release from? It's the bottom three knuckles. Where does the point of contact occur? The entire fist. See the difference? Okay? A lot of times you see one in Wing Chun. In Wing Chun you see people punching like this. Straight. Right? And it stays vertical. What happens if you punch vertical like this? because what's the first point of contact when you touch and your fist is perfectly vertical and it's like 12 o'clock?
The top two knuckles.
No, the middle knuckle is going to hit first. Can you get away with it? Yeah, you can get away with it. Sort of like in human weapon, that karate guy punched and his wrist snapped like that. Remember that? When they went to Japan? That one Japanese guy punched it, it's like, boom, and snapped in. He didn't break his wrist, but he could have broken it. Okay? That's why same thing here. You touch here, the middle knuckle hits first. You have to use muscle to hold that structure up. Okay? In other words, if I was just to hold my fist perfectly straight, I would have to hold my entire body up with my middle knuckle. It hurts like hell. Okay? If I align it where there's a slight angle change like this, watch. I can hold my entire body like this. Okay? I can't do this if I do it like this because it hurts too much. Okay? That's why you have that angle change here, where it's here, so you have the entire fist touching the opponent's face. All right? That makes sense? When you, any questions on that? Right?
What about, you know, sometimes when I was practicing, you told me to focus on the middle and the index fingers?
No, put focus only on this hand, these two. Always, with everything you do, it's always these two.
Okay.
When you do tap, bong, punch, it's always on this too. Like, see how my hand is right now when I punch? Alright, I'm just punching, right? Let me use the try. Alright, stand sideways. Do your punch. Alright, just don't focus on anything. Just hold your hand naturally squeezed and punch. Good. Okay, now when you punch, okay, see how you just have your hand naturally squeezed? Have your hand naturally squeezed, put some tension in here, these first two knuckles. Just enough tension that you just, enough to hold it, but just a little more than the other three from squeeze. In other words, this is 10%, make this 12%, okay? Now punch. Punch. There you go, see? Don't do the whole fist, just this two. Punch. 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 Feel the difference?
Yeah.
See, you can actually just squeeze your entire hand. You don't put the focus on these two fingers, you'll feel the difference in the punch. Instantly. Alright, you want to try it out? See if I'm alright? You want to partner up? Do it first like this. Just close your hand and just punch. Have your partner hold his hand and punch. Then do a couple of this, then have your partner squeeze. Just naturally squeeze these first two fingers. And then see how it feels.